UPC National Headquarters building. I want to start by apologizing for not keeping time. It is not my habit to be late, although in some circles it may be considered presidential. The intention was not to be late. But on my way here, on the route between Nigeria to Buate and Buate to Chandra, I found a wheel loader escorted by military and police destroying people's properties at the side of the road. So I got caught in that mix-up, and a lot was going through my mind. Either I missed something going on, or I missed some communication, but it was not very clear to me how the deadline was communicated to those who may be doing the right thing in the wrong place. We can appreciate and understand that certain areas are supposed to be for certain things, but when somebody is doing the right thing in the wrong place, how do you remove them? Because when you do wrong actions to do something which you think is right, I think that is making it worse. You are finding families are surviving off this. Ugandan children are being raised, school fees are being paid, lives are being saved. But the way we are destroying these things, unless I missed something, I didn't see any deadlines, and when we're told our SIM cards are going to expire on this particular day. But I found this destruction of property. It's as if we don't understand what people are going through. Many of those people are going through loans. What sort of loans? Interest rates. It's one of the things I wanted to push in iPod. Let us have some sanity in the interest rates which the people of Uganda are facing. We don't seem to have the concern. So as I promised, as UPC, we must speak for the people of Uganda. We appreciate that there are people who may be doing the right thing in the wrong place, but you do not remove them in the wrong way. You don't destroy all of their property. You don't destroy their livelihoods. Let's find ways where we can do right by each of us. This level of destruction just to present a side of beauty, but the level of destruction which you're creating in the society is not welcome. Let's communicate to each other. Let's do things in an organized way that works for the people of Uganda. I, for one, I am still nursing my wounds from the election. Other people are able to present what they are supposed to present. Their hopes, aspirations for Uganda. UPC, we did not present. But UPC's program has always been for the people of Uganda. And if at the end of the day the people of Uganda are not benefiting, then for whom are we doing it? It may look good, but for whom? How are these people going to survive? And this is something which, like I mentioned, I want to do it in iPod. Let's have sanity. In the last and previous round of elections, when Dr. Kiza basically started the walk to work, the reasons why he started that walk to work, I thought were relevant. Because he had a situation whereby resources of the government of Uganda were expended at such a rate that the inflation went uncontrollable. We are now coming up to this election. Expenditure of one political entity up to the village level was it 630,000 per village? Where did this money come from? Not from the same taxpayers who are now chasing from the side of the road. They pay taxes. There are people who call themselves taxpayers, the biggest taxpayers. No, they're the biggest tax collectors. They collect on behalf of the government. The taxpayers are the end user, the 190, the people who use it, the people who are doing everything to survive. They pay those taxes. That money is now swindled, used to bribe Ugandans again for the same election results, which we're supposed to accept. I'm not ready to accept some of the nonsense which took place. And I'm ready to put on record. One of the reasons is they have condemned UPC, they've condemned Obote for years, for donkey years. Even in Enguzi, the president is saying, Obote rigged the election. He went back, he talked about 61, 62. 61, 62 defeats the recent arguments of Semuju, where he was arguing that how is it that in this Kampala Wakiso you have millions of voters, and in Karamoja somebody has a very small issue, but also there's a question of size. But the argument was UPC would not have won the election in 61, 62. You look at the figures, UPC won clean, 61, 62. You come to 1980, same thing. And the president still has to say, UPC rigged. And this one I want to put it clearly on record, and I want people to, if those who want to research, go and do their research. The only political party which came with a clear manifesto in 1980 was UPC. I challenge Uganda today, from Yoweri Museveni, give me the UPM manifesto. We look at it. What had he promised the people of Uganda? And our friends in the Democratic Party who kept on saying, we won the election, You won an election where you didn't even have a plan for the people of Uganda. There's no plan. People want to blame Obote for what took place. Obote was effectively knocked out of the politics of Uganda from December of 1978. He did not set foot in Uganda until May of 1980. How do you head an army, control an army by remote? This is the days of analog. Not today where you're able to communicate the real time and issue. Analog. Those days we still even had those winding phones where you have to first charge it. And you expect Obote is micromanaging and Obote is looking about what he's going to do to some villager somewhere. Obote spent that time when he was locked out of Uganda coming with a plan for the people of Uganda. And he presented that plan in the 1980 campaigns. That was the plan which was adopted. I saw people looking for jobs in Enguzi. There's one who talked about romanticism of what is taking place. Gave a brilliant speech. But the romanticism comes back to the question the point which I've raised here. UPC came with a program called Recovery Program. Revised it in 1983, revised recovery program. Was supposed to be revised again in 1985. UPC was overthrown. NRM came, no plan. They started with barter trade. No plan. And let anybody quote me on this one. No plan. They started with barter trade. When barter trade failed, they took the UPC plan. They named it Rehabilitation and Development Plan. They used that plan up to 1993. Now what is this thing that people are saying that they came with this idea or the economic issue? You look at the first budget speech, right now by DP, Professor Mulema. They criticized UPC for having an advanced thought of a market mechanism in the economy. They criticized it, they went and fixed it. Second budget speech, now NRM proper, Christmas Kionga. The only NRM was elected in 1980. He went and repeated the same thing. Now what issue is it that these people of Enguzi are following? Please, somebody help me understand this one. I am saying that NRM, Yoweri Museveni took the UPC plan because they had no plan. Now guys in NRM are saying that let's go and follow this issue. These are the basis on which the development of Uganda took place. But the development of Uganda which took place, I can prove it beyond any indisputable fact. It was a UPC plan. So am I supposed to be some of those queuing up and say, oh, I want a job? A job where? To follow you where? I'm quite clearly saying you don't know where you're going. You should be wearing a speaking, I'm lost. Don't follow me. That's as far as NRM is concerned. And as far as Uganda is concerned, I should be on record. Uganda can really succeed. Uganda has the potential to succeed. It was demonstrated. The level of success, the level of achievement. We're now treated to some sideshow, a farce of an election which was supposed to accept. Not UPC, not Akena. Mine is for the people of Uganda. What I witnessed today is totally wrong. How are we going to sort out these issues? I pray that we really come back to the feeling and understand that we must be working for the people of Uganda. And for me, if that is not done, we have done nothing. We've achieved nothing. One of my quarrels with the president has been following the walk to work. When I did my right to work, I did right to work basically for 8 months. I was speaking to the guys who ride the borders. Whenever it rains, you're huddled up in a petrol station, we're discussing. I was finding out what they were going through.